So today's first point is many times you have seen this limit in the query,
SQL 101 governor limits. Yeah,
right? So the as you said that the governor limit. So the what is the governor limit of the SOQL? Uh, in
100
SOQL? Um,
queries.
no, no, no,
And
no. The governor limit is that the a SOQL query can fetch 50,000 record. Now,
mhm,
since index the index starts with 0. That means the first element will be placed at 0. So
mhm,
it is recommended to put the limit of 49999.
okay,
Now, when you will count from 0 to 49999, then the total count becomes
50K.
50,000.
Mhm,
Okay, so
okay.
this is the scenario when you want to use the limit, and in such a way. When you have the when you want to fetch the record, right? And
Mhm,
your org have, because you don't know actually that how many the records you have in your org, and you are putting the query. Now the Salesforce have the governor limit that it can only give the 50,000 record. The SQL can give you the only 50,000 record. If you will not put the 50,000 limit, okay, that means
mhm,
because the index starts with 0, so we have to put this limit. After all the
mhm.
count, we
Yeah.
will come the 50,000. So if you will not put that, then we will get the error, and that error will be too many
Too many queries. I mean, too many records.
too many too many query rows.
Mhm,
Okay, now the one you were saying that have the different the limit, particularly that comes when we are not the writing our code as per the best practices, because the governor limit, the how many SOQL query we can write. So that particular the governor limit is of in that even we are going to discuss in the future, but let me tell you just for the clarification. In synchronous programming, there are two types of programming: synchronous and asynchronous. So in synchronous programming, we can write, or say we can use the SOQL 100 times, and in asynchronous programming, we can use our SOQL 200 times. Okay, if it will
okay.
if it will uh, the exceed the limit, then we get the error of
101. Okay.
too many queries. Okay, so this is about the the governor limit, and keep this thing in your mind for now, because we will discuss the governor limit. We will discuss the how that's why I said that we will go with the best practices in our coding. So we will discuss that thing as well.
Sure.
Now the let's see that how we can write our query. So this is the scenario that where you put the limit of this to get the maximum the records in a SQL query, which is permitted by the Salesforce. But you have the the certain the business scenarios where you put your custom, you can say, limit. For example, you just want the two records to be shown to a user, or you want the some sort of the kind of depending upon the business scenario, you want to show that only show the 10 records to the user. Okay, so in
Mm-hmm.
such cases also we use the limit. So for example, if I click on this, right now my count is 109. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so if I put 2,
Where limit? Or you're missing where class? Yeah.
indeed,
Oh, okay.
here is not required where.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, sorry.
Okay,
My bad.
so
Yeah.
now you will get the 2
Two
records. Now
records.
generally,
Mm-hmm.
you will see the limit when the user is, I mean, for example, you have the application and you have the uh, requirement to show latest 10 limit, I mean latest 10 records.
Okay.
Okay, so when you have
Mm-hmm.
this requirement, then you have the, the what you will do, you will use the one, there is a another thing in the SQL, that is order by, we will discuss now. So then what you will do, that order by ascending and the limit 10. I will show
Mm-hmm.
you the use of the
Okay.
order by, don't worry, but I'm just giving you the clarification, I mean the picture that where we can use
Business
limit,
example. Okay,
right?
sure.
For
Yeah.
example, if you are doing the shopping, and or you go into a bank and you want to see the recent transactions,
Mm-hmm.
and that particular, the window have the capability to show only the 5 first transactions, or you have the option like this, just a minute, let me show you. So you have the option that there is a button uh, on which you will click, and it was,
Mm-hmm.
the label of that button is show 5, oh sorry, 5 transactions.
Mm-hmm.
So simply, as you will click on the button, there will be a SQL query that will run and will show you the 5
Last five transactions. Mm-hmm.
by using the limit 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now another thing. Now I'm going to talk about the order by. So, the when you have the scenario where you want the result to be presented, because the in a SQL query, uh, there is the I mean by default order is maintained, but when you need the something to be presented in a certain pattern, okay,
Mm-hmm.
this is ascending,
Mm-hmm.
descending, this is null first. I mean the field,
Empty rows.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, for the order by, we will use any field to, I mean, to check order, okay? And the default is ascending nulls first. I mean, this is the the default order of the SOQL.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now for example, there's couple of cases. Select ID. See case. Account ID. From case. So if you will see here, then the null first is coming.
Mm-hmm.
I have just the use this field account name, the account name. So all those cases which do not have the account is coming first in a query, and then it is maintaining the sequence of A, B, C. Correct?
Okay. Yep. Yeah.
Now, the if I the want to the write the query and use it. For example, if I go here and if I try to use this one, or create order by created date.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So the created date will is going in the ascending form.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
See, 15, then 18, 19, 20.
Mm-hmm. 18, 9. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, and now if I the make it descending,
Okay. Latest is the first one.
right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
let me check one this work.
Accommodation. Mm-hmm.
So nulls first. Now I want order by the ESC null last.
Last. Okay.
So first all those
We have the values. Mm-hmm.
and that
Yeah.
in a descending order. 1353, then 1352, 52,
Two.
8, right, sir?
Yeah.
So this is the the way where you can use your order by. Okay, any problem in this?
No, I'm good. Yeah,
Now we have, the certain times you have seen that, you need a grouping. Okay.
group I. Yeah.
So yes, correct, group by. So, for example, if I just, so right now my result is coming in a, the with, the I mean the default format of the order by, but there is no
Mm-hmm.
grouping at all. That's, the here I have the, the my phone query, then web.
Lead source. Yeah. Yeah.
So if I use the group by here, hmm, so I have the result, but since I'm not using any uh, I mean the aggregate function, or any of the particular, the field, so that's the reason you are not able to see that, but I will be showing you. So group by means
Mm-hmm.
grouping the result. Now I am grouping the result on the basis of the lead source. So now here I will be, just showing you the one more thing. In the group by, if we will use limit,
Mm-hmm.
then you will, okay. So
Okay.
let's, in the, in the group by, you have the option of using the aggregate functions.
Mm-hmm.
And aggregate functions are sum, average, count, max, I mean the maximum, minimum. Okay. So I'm trying to get the count of the all the, the leads, based on that how many, the lead source I have of the all the leads which have the lead source as web. Okay, I mean
Okay.
trying to
Mm-hmm.
find a count of the leads based on their lead source. For example, I have the five, the lead source as web, then five as a blank. So 63, the leads I have which don't have any lead source. 15 I
Mm-hmm.
have of a web type, 18 of the phone inquiry, 5 as a partner referral, 7
Mm-hmm.
purchased, and
Haven't purchased list.
right now
Yeah.
I, the, so right now it is 63. It should now be 62, and one should be,
Yes.
increase in the uh, phone inquiry.
Okay.
So here we have the option of refresh it. So the 62 now here, and 19 the phone inquiry.
Okay.
Now there is a one function the many times people ask the difference between the count and count distant. Now, the what is the meaning of the count and the count distant is whatever the field you are going to put inside the brackets. Okay, so if the
Mm-hmm.
value of that particular field is null, the count distant will not they take it into the count, but count will take. So if for example, there's a the let's try with this and it should work. DIS. So all these the it is taking the count where
Mm-hmm.
it is
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
blank.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the
Okay.
difference of it. Okay,
Yeah.
earlier it was 0 here, now it is 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so this is the group by. Now, a very important, and this is something which we use on a the daily basis, I can say, uh, that is child to parent, parent to child. So this is very important in the part of the query, and
Mm-hmm.
the you can say is relationship queries.
Okay.
The relationship query means that you are the trying to extract the see right now what we have done, we have only they may fetch the data from the same object, only one object, whether we are using
Mm-hmm.
from lead, from case, from contact, whatever. Now we
Mm-hmm.
are going to extract the data of the related objects as well. Correct. That means we
Okay.
require to have some relationship, and then only we will be able to use our relationship queries. Now we have the two type of the query. One is child to parent and parent to child. So first we will understand parent to child. Now when we say parent to child, so the for example, if I have to the uh, get all contexts of related, or you should say of account, means I'm saying that I will be I will be writing a query in which I will be trying to get the all the context of a account. Correct.
Yeah.
So here the pattern will be select ID, name. Now first what if I have to the get the account, so I will be writing this way. Correct. Now what the difference I will make is I will after the the field, the parent object field, whichever the field I want to be last, I will simply the click on I will put a comma, bracket, select ID, last name from contacts. See, for this particular object, that is with the init point, I have only one contact, that means one ID and last name. Now whereas United Oil and Gas, Singapore, I have the two contacts. So what I'm doing is of every account I am trying to fetch the related contacts. Okay. Any problem in this?
No, no, it's good. Yeah.
Now,
I'm in account. I'm querying all the contacts which are applicable to that particular account. Yeah.
right. See, in the in a I mean in this particular section, if you will see, then you have the all the the content, the account which don't have any contact, it is coming as blank, null.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yeah.
So this particular the example is of the standard object. We both are the standard the objects, and the even the I mean say relationship is also the standard. Okay. We have not the established relationship in between the accounts and the contacts. Correct.
Okay.
Now
Yeah.
what is the scenario? First let me copy this. Now I want to see how I can write the query on a custom relationship.
Okay.
I don't know whether we have the record of this or not, but let's see if I have the record code. Okay, so one record I have, and let me try to show you with this. So the parent
Mm-hmm.
is Here we have the the two parents, that is the test April 3 and test May 3rd. These two objects we have they as a parent. So we are getting the parent object record ID here. Now
Mm-hmm.
this object whose name is junction have the parent as test April 3. Okay, and the relationship field name is, so I will be going to use the this particular object. Now what I will do, I will add what I was doing earlier.
You're pulling contacts from the account.
Okay,
You mean from parent? I mean parent to a child, and this is child to parent.
right. Any changes here? Let's see. Rural name we have. Hmm, I think we should go with some good name. Better we should go with this. We have the junction object here. Then technology we have project. Next we have record. Hidden. Now, let me take it that way. Just let me give me a second. What is the object name? Test Apple. Just a moment. Let me take the some
Yeah, yeah.
good example of the relationship. Form test Apple, test Apple, test Apple. Do we have relationship with this? No problem. Let us create one relationship.
Okay.
So let's first see the
Mm-hmm.
now just taking this query out.
Okay.
Okay, so the I my parent is lead, correct? So what I will do,
Mm-hmm.
select id
Right. I
from lead.
yeah, lead. Yeah.
Now after this I will put the comma, and I will they put this query
In
the
between.
bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this is the recommended that always change the I mean the object underscore the C we have an API with R.
Okay.
Okay, so that the so let me add one the lead to that. And just refresh.
Mm-hmm. Order by. Yeah.
Okay, so now we have the the record, and if I check this the record.
It's starting to read. So yeah, as you selected the type DSS, you are getting in DSS format.
Right,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
this is what we have to remember in the custom uh, custom parent to child relationship, that always they change the object the API C
Mm-hmm.
with R.
Okay.
Okay,
Is there any specific reason to change it? I mean, I know. I mean, I understand it's a good practice. So, but why are we changing it to C to R?
no, actually the this is the standard thing in the Salesforce, and with the R they are trying to say the relationship.
Okay.
So whenever you will write the query, the I mean the relationship queries, and uh, whichever object is holding a relationship. So
Mm-hmm.
that particular the particular objects custom, if it is a custom relationship, then you have to make it as R.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
if there was the standard, then there is no need of the any change. Just add s
Okay.
plural,
Okay.
plural form.
Okay. Yeah. It's clear.
There
Okay.
we have used the uh, context,
Okay. Sure.
right? So child object underscore
Mm-hmm.
underscore. Okay.
Yep.
Now the this particular type, the relationships which you are seeing in the query, the first relationship we have maintained here. Okay. So this two
Mm-hmm.
have a limit in the parent to child.
Okay.
Okay. How
Yeah.
many relationships we can make? We can make 20.
Okay.
That's the maximum.
Okay.
Okay. Now, child to parent. Now, child to parent has, for example, if I just take the above example,
Mm-hmm.
right now, the I was going from parent to child. I mean, I was getting the the context related to
For that particular
yes,
one account. Yeah.
right. Now, what I'm going to do, I am saying that the my main object, my main query will be on the child, and of
Mm-hmm.
that particular child I want to get the account.
Okay.
Okay, so what I will do, okay, simple query. Now what
Mm-hmm.
I will do, I will simply add account.id. This is the one way.
Mm-hmm.
So all the account item, or sometimes you will find out that developer is also using this format to write. Same thing, no change.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now any the any of the field of the parent, that is account, you can get into query just by write the parent name dot the field.
Dot. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
the now the same thing we will be doing in the custom as well. Okay. Now
Mm-hmm.
how, now in
It
such,
should be same thing.
yes,
Tailed object underscore r dot name or ID or whatever we want to get.
let
Right?
let me tell you, let me tell you. See here, the so now my child is this object, and
X1
now
objects. Mm-hmm.
I want to get the
From standard, yeah, then it should be straightforward lead dot ID. No?
so the this is my object name.
Okay. We created a custom lookup right here.
Yes, and here I will make R. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the
Okay.
relationship name, the field which is holding a relationship, that, and because that is referring to the parent, to parent object, So from that dot
What
I
will happen if we try it with C? Will that work, or do we get an error if we try with lead underscore underscore C?
I'm sorry, I'm
I
sorry.
mean, just in case. So if we can go back to that query and instead of R, if we use lead underscore
No,
underscore
that will
C,
that will give the error.
error. Okay, okay. I just want to make
Let
sure.
me let me do it one thing.
Yeah.
So sorry, the error is showing here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lead underscore underscore C. Okay.
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 Here also we have the limit, and the limit, we have the three limits we have. The
Mm-hmm.
first is you are seeing that the we are using the dot operator
Okay.
lead. So here, first example is good. So contact,
Mm-hmm.
then from the contact we are referring the account, you know. So from the account we also can refer to the account's parent as well. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So such, the now there's a limit that only this part till this number of the parent can be referred. This number can the relationship can be referred. So such the limit is 3.
Okay. Can go deep down to three
Uh,
levels of
for
child
example,
objects.
if I want to go into the contact dot account dot owner and
Mm-hmm.
then the owner object name, this will work fine for me. But if there is, the instead of writing the query on the contact, I have some child of the, the contact, and I'm writing the query on that particular child. Then if I'm referring that particular relationship, so this will give error because the maximum we have the limit of 3. So 1,
Okay.
2, and
Two, three.
correct?
Owner will be user, right? It gonna be user
Yes,
dot name.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
Okay.
as we have discussed the 20, we have the limit to establish relationship in the the query. Here we have the limit of the 35 for standard and 25 for custom.
Okay.
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 Any problem in this?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Now the we have the topic of SOSL, and SOSL, as I told you, is the something which we use to just to get the data, just to the find the data. Now the what is SOSL, and before that let me give you.
Salesforce object searching language.
I'm sorry.
No, no, yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Before that the let me give you, like, in case if you get chance to work on the workbench.
Workbench. Mhm.
you know this is the URL of workbench.developer force.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Yeah, I'm familiar with.
Okay, so you know how to write the query here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay, now the SOQL. and SOQL we have. Okay, now as the name itself is defining that it's a search for the search purpose. So we have only one the keyword that is find, which is required. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
syntax is find within the curly braces whatever you want to search, whatever you want to search. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that you can put here. For example, if I need to search Raj, okay, then generally the we do the search in all fields, or sometimes we put the restrictions that okay, no, only these fields should be searched. So in all field cases, all fields. Okay, now what you want
Mm-hmm.
to see once you are able to find the Raj somewhere, now what you want to see, that is returning and the object name. Now the field of the object.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, put comma here,
Mm-hmm.
add the object. I mean, whatever the object you want to add.
Okay.
Again, if you want, then put comma and you can add more object. Okay,
Okay.
so let's see. Okay, so we have the three lead where we have the Raj, but no
Mm-hmm.
account we have. So let's the do one thing. Uh, so now we have one account and three leads.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
now the what is actually it is returning. It is first the returning the objects and then the data.
Mm-hmm.
So the return
Yeah.
type of the SOSL is always
The subject first and
okay.
mm-hmm.
Now, if you may want that the I should this may put this search in any of the particular the field, then instead of the in all fields, you will simply write the field name here in description. Okay, and oh,
Okay. In description.
because I have added the Raj here,
In the description of that account. Yeah.
so the field name, and let me put the in one of the lead as well. Mm, invalid in field group description. Is there any uh, okay, let's try with SD and the field name is company. Invalid in field group company field returning.
Maybe we are using that word fields after the company.
Oh, that is fine. Uh, if I okay, just a minute, let me show you one minute. I have the one thing that is uh, 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 mm, okay. So let's do one thing. I have this, the at Gmail. So first I will
Okay.
find
Find
and
at the rate Gmail.
just a minute. Gmail. Okay. In this is email.
Mm-hmm. Standard field, right? Yeah. Email.
FIELDS returning ID and lead ID. So it is working now. So what was the problem in the previous one? Now we don't have the account here or what? Is the
The only name and the only thing we have additional is account. In account, we are also retrieving the name with the ID.
right, right. Hmm. So we don't have. Okay. So the this is the example by which we can the get all the data. I mean to find the data, to search data. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now the as we have the control shift H to do for example
That's
to, to
mm-hmm.
yes to the to find the the all the classes triggers which have the
Mm-hmm. Where the code is used. Yeah, I'm familiar. Yeah.
so the same way you can do in the SOSL as well to find
Yes,
all the
yes. Okay.
the classes triggers where we have we have used our the any of the keyword.
Okay.
Okay, but the this SOSL can never be used for any of the DML operations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and
Okay.
since we never use in the DML operation, so we cannot even use this SOSL in our triggers as well.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
any problem in
Yeah, it will run into limits and all those things. So yeah.
any problem in this?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so tomorrow we will start with our trigger, and first
Okay.
we will see that the all. I mean the understanding with it both type of the triggers and the events in the trigger and the collections and the best practices, then we will start with our writing our code.
Okay, sure.
Okay. All right. I will share you these notes. Okay, sir.
Okay, sure.
All right. Thank you.